ZNB.
What's up, y'all? This your boy Big Play Zay.
And your girl Brooke and we are Balanced Behavior. What's up?
Yo, man, we coming at y'all, man, with some new little heat segment, man. We're gonna be sending out polls randomly every now and then on our regular IGs, man, to pull in from our demographics some results, man. And so, man, with the pandemic and the COVID going on, you know, I've been praying, man, and worried about my boys out there, man. I want to know, man, what's going on, fellas, man. You know, like, what's the move? What's the dating scene like? What are your thoughts on marriage and stuff, man? And these are some times that we need to come together, man, to build some strong household, man, especially with this new civil war about to come along. But
so what's your polls show? Or what did you ask?
Well, I reached out to my fellas, man, on my Instagram, Big Play Zay, and asked a couple questions, man. First question, man, I asked off top, man, for those who engaged, man, was, are you looking for a wife? And this was interesting, man. For my demographic.
Which is what? Like a range?
Well, I would have to say my range of demographic would be from age probably like 22 to like maybe like 50.
Okay.
Yeah, age 22 to 50. And so
wide range.
Yeah, that's a pretty wide range.
Okay.
But
look at those results.
The numbers are here. I'm looking at it. From the poll, man, 38% of the fellas said yes, they're looking for a wife. 62% said no.
Wow. That is interesting.
That is quite interesting and stuff. And I wonder why. Especially with all the from what all I see on Instagram, I would think that, you know, a lot of people would be getting wiped up. I would think, you know. And then also, is it because it's a lot of variety out there? Like, what's really going on, fellas? What do you think? What do you think the reason why these numbers, like, these guys aren't even looking for wives?
I think it's maybe got a lot to do with social media. Because there's so much temptation out there, and it's so, I don't know, it just seems like it's just so easy to, it's just so accessible to see so many women. I mean, I don't know. This is different.
Yeah, man, I do.
62% said no. They're not looking for a wife.
Is it just too many options out there?
It's just too many options, and like I said, too much temptation.
Oh yeah.
People don't want to commit anymore.
Right. So, next question I asked was, have you participated in online dating? All right. 30% said yes. 70% said no. Would you consider Instagram online dating, or would you have to register?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I just want to see if that maybe needs some clarity on it, because I know people who probably just use the gram as their tool of engagement, or Twitter, and they may not consider themselves an online dater if they don't use like eHarmony.
If you sliding in the DMs,
I heard it's a new one called
then
Black.
you are trying to date.
Yeah, but and if you're not participating in any of those,
I thought that was the new way of dating. Honestly, I saw that somewhere that the majority of dates nowadays are virtual.
Yeah, and then
not even because of COVID. It was just some first dates are done virtually.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is definitely interesting, man, and we enjoy the feedback, man. I appreciate that. Okay. Here goes another. Looking for a partner that likes to travel out of the country. All right. I love to travel, and I think those are one of the more territory we cover together as a couple and stuff, man, I feel like the more broader our lifestyle becomes.
So let me ask our audience this question. So based on the first two questions that we had, what do y'all think the majority said for this question? Are you looking for a partner that likes to travel out of the country? Do you think more people say yes or no?
No.
Yes.
I think no.
I think they say yes.
I'll say no.
People love a good trip.
Right. She's right. 85% said yes and 15% said no. But like you all said, I agree. Like, I'm kind of like, well, dang.
Yeah.
They don't want to get married, nor do they want to date. Or no, they don't online date. Yeah. But all of them just about want a partner to travel out of the country with.
And I understand a good vacation and stuff, man. But let me tell you, man, when you go and experience things like those are quality memories that you will be enjoying for the rest of your life. Next question, man, I asked, man, and these are for guys that are dating. Definitely the response.
So this was for guys?
Well, yeah, this is more so to my guy. A lot of these are two guys, not women. I asked fellas to help me out.
Okay.
All right. Is kids a deal breaker? All right.
So are kids a deal breaker?
All right. And I was glad to see this as a number and stuff, man, because 10% said yes and 90% said no. And one of the reasons why I was glad to see these numbers like this, because, I think as a culture and as a race, I think it's very important for a two-parent home, and guy or girl. I think it's very important for a two-parent home to give balance to a family to help carry their workload. And
that's not to say the single parents are rocking it out.
Single parents are amazing,
absolutely
amazing. Kudos to the double work that they are doing, and I just want to. That's why they should be held even higher, because they are doing double work, and as a culture and as a race, I always pray for peace for all parenting. I pray for you have peace to watch over your kids properly, provide for them the best way proper, and just help you just have a mental grasp on the capacity of what's going on and how important it is that their childhood be a certain type of way, so it don't be something that affects our culture in the future.
Just what?
Okay.
Based on what you just
so
said.
The question was, okay, so single parents are often looked upon as not being as successful as a two-parent household.
Correct.
So why do you think that is, Zay?
Just the workload that I know, just as doing my half of parenting, is a lot, and so. I can only imagine the strength and the effort that a single parent will have, the obstacles of trying to teach him not only the knowledge that I have, but the knowledge that she has.
I don't think that growing up in a single parent household is necessarily a negative thing, but that is up to that parent, the maturity of the parent, right?
Yeah.
So you got a single parent where the time is split amongst both parents with the child. It takes two mature adults to ensure that child is set up for success in every aspect.
Which one did the fellas prefer? And again, I'm asking all my fellas this. Which do you prefer your partner to have a good relationship with? Their mother or their father? I thought that was a good one. And it kind of broke even, man. They had 58% preferred them to have their partner have a good relationship with their mother, and 42% preferred that they had a good relationship with their father. And I really appreciated that response and stuff, man, because that just shows just different lifestyle, different households and stuff. But it's still a good even respect for the men and the women in the household. But I definitely expected the women, the moms to be the higher number, because I'm a mama's boy. I love my father and stuff, man. But in my eyes, I remember her nurturing me, and in my eyes, she a saint, regardless of what anybody else might say. And sometimes she might get that look that everybody knows, but that's just her, man. She's a saint, and she will make sure you eat well, and the best cook I know. And she got one of the most beautiful smiles I ever seen. So, for everybody that
Big
selected
ups to Miss Lisa.
Big up to Miss Lisa.
So the question from the audience is, if the son is raised by the mother, does that make him weaker?
No. Again, like I said, it really takes a village and stuff, man. I think it all really depends on how the mother chooses to raise the son with the primary responsibility and stuff. I know with my culture, I have seen several times that when it is a situation of a woman raising her son without that much influence of the father and stuff, I have noticed that that relationship between mother and son is more so on like a friendship basis of raising him, and this is just my opinion. It tends to seem like sometimes they can raise him more so as a friend or as an image of who they would want his father to have been. It really falls.
It just depends on the situation. Every situation is unique.
Yeah.
Just kind of thinking about the situation, because obviously, I mean, neither one of us can really relate to that. So we are speaking from the outside looking in, or perception based on what we have seen. So again, we are not saying what we're saying is the way. This is just our opinion.
Gotcha.
So one of the things that I think I notice is when a son becomes a man, and he comes from a single parent household, which consisted of his mother. What I've seen is they tend to really strive to be a better man, to provide for their mother at some point, and also to be the man that their father wasn't to them.
Another question I asked the fellas, man, how was dating in COVID? In COVID, has dating been difficult? And 59% said yes. 41% said no. You know, it's just a transition, fellas. I think that with the COVID, just courting is going to be real creative and stuff, man. It's a competitive new field out there, you know, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be some new, interesting ways of, you know, dating, man. I asked the fellas, the last person you asked out, how was it? Was it in person or was it by social media? 27% said in person and 73% said by social media.
That's what I was saying earlier.
You're right.
Like, that's why you got that stat you got before.
Yeah.
Because it's so much going on social media and so much temptation.
Oh, yeah, man.
That keeps people from wanting to settle down.
Right, man. From you got your educated girls out there, you got your hustler girls out there.
And then it takes away from the personal interactions. Like, I mean, it's so easy to just send a DM like, hey, let's go out on a date, versus you actually walking up to a female or female walking up to a male saying, hey, how you doing? I'm Brooke. You know, how are you? What's your name? You know, it's just so people tend to put their lives on social media, so the stranger feels like they know you.
But much respect in regards to the fellas that are out there that's old school courting. Let me tell you, man, if ladies,
I don't even think they know what courting is.
Ladies, if you may think it's corny, you may think it's the wrong place, the wrong time or whatever, but if a man comes to you in this day and age and courts you properly, like, hey, you know, name so and so, I don't know what you're into, but if you'd like to step out and grab something to eat, I would like to. If he is able to even fathom that, don't miss your blessings, ladies. Do not miss your blessings. Do not miss your blessings. And that's what the king over here got for you, man.
And the queen.
All right, y'all, man. It's balanced behavior.
We out, y'all.
And we out.
They in B.